Hello guys, today we got a brand new review here. Today we got the 2004 3-foot Valentine's Day frog indoor inflatable. So I just got this one a few hours ago today at a flea market, and it looks pretty good shape, and so I decided to pick it up. So yeah, so this inflatable does fully inflate if you're curious. This one does have your generic indoor fan from the era. As you can see there, has the squirrel cage fan. This thing is pretty small, and it's kind of a little wide, but yeah, it's pretty cool. This is my first Valentine's Day inflatable. I never had any Valentine's Day inflatable before until now, so that's also pretty cool. This is technically my first inflatable of 2026, so that's pretty cool too. So, I never expected a Valentine's Day inflatable to be my first, for this year at least, but here we are. So, how these old ones worked is, you plugged in this adapter here, into the little cord. See that little cord in there? Well, yeah, you could actually detach it or connect it, and it would inflate. So, that's pretty cool. I definitely like it. I have one issue with this, which is inflatable, but it has more to do with the design than anything. Also, I did not have the box for this one, so I didn't show it off before. You know, I would have showed it if I had the box, but unfortunately I don't. So, anyways, I don't really have much else to say here. It came out in 2004, and yeah, the coating's decent, so let's inflate it. It's not big, so don't worry. This will be a short video. Since it is the squirrel cage fan, it will take a few seconds to inflate here. Even though a cheap fan will probably inflate this thing so much faster. Remember, these are even weaker than the cheap fan. Even though that the cheap fan has a bit more power than these do, I think these fans are made a bit better. Even if they're somehow even weaker than the average cheap fan. Yeah, it's coming up pretty fast, actually, for one of these fans. We're getting close. It's almost done. And, wait, let me fix that. And there we go. That's the 3-foot Valentine's Day frog. I don't really have not a lot to say for this one. Let's look at the details. I kind of like his little king rope here. It's pretty cool. I kind of like how it goes down, really far. There's some decent detail on this one. The horse says, "Kiss me, Valentine's," which is a decent enough saying on it. Obviously these inflatables don't inflate that good. Obviously, since it is obviously a pretty weak fan, so it doesn't inflate that good. But this crown here is not fabric. This crown's actually stitched on, and it's not inflatable. That's why everything's down and all. So yeah. One other thing I gotta say about this thing is, I don't know what Gemmy was doing here, but why is the head so tiny on this thing? Just look how tiny the head is. And just look at the body. It's so much wider and bigger. So, this whole body is so wide and big, and then the head's just so tiny. I just find that to be really weird. I understand this is early Gemmy, and, Gemmy hasn't made many frog inflatables at this point. They haven't made that many frog inflatables since it was still the early days, and they had pretty unique designs even back then. So, yeah, I mean, it's like how tiny this thing is. I like the little detail with the mouth being all around. I kind of like the eye sticking out. It's pretty charming looking. It's a classic 3 foot. Yeah, it's not a 4 foot. This thing is a 3 foot. So, yeah, I almost got the box of this one, but they didn't find it, so I think they threw it out. Like, the first store threw it out accidentally, so I didn't get that, which kind of sucks. But, I mean, the inflatables, I think the item's what counts anyways. Yeah, so, pretty decent design on it. Pretty weird, but pretty unique design. You don't really see, like, big bodies with a tiny head on it. You don't really see that much, so. So, with these older inflatables, since the fan's so weak, they had to put some airbags on, some bean bags on the bottom just to keep it up. I mean, that just goes to show how weak these fans are. They literally had to put bean bags under it just to get it to have any weight. If you know what I mean. So on the back here, you can flip up the cape and you'll see the whole body's back here. So yeah. This is just kind of a short review. I just got this thing, so I kind of wanted to show it off a little bit, so. I mean, these are pretty good. They're stitched pretty well, so. In your classic Gemmy fashion, I definitely recommend this one. You don't usually see these 3 foots anymore. You don't usually see these type of inflatables anymore. And, by the way, these hands are not stitched onto it. It just kind of comes on it. So if you're curious, it is not stitched. It's not supposed to be. So, anyways, guys, I don't really have much else to say here. If you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.